Today, we're going to be taking a look at a G-Shock with one of the best dials I've ever seen. In fact, on any watch for that matter. This is the brand new Octo from IFL Watches, an underwater inspired timepiece that is truly one of a kind, and we'll be checking out everything it has to offer. If you're new here, welcome to Time Drops. I'm Andrew, and on this channel we talk about pretty much all things watches, from news to reviews, with a rather large lean towards G-Shocks. We featured a load of models over the last few years, but this one is unlike any I've seen before. So let's kick things off with a little bit more about IFL. Originally founded in Stockholm in 2019 by a group of watch lovers, IFL Watches was born to break the mould, promising to be different, creative and brave, and there's no doubt they're doing exactly that. Starting with unique stands and storage for your timepieces, IFL, I'm sure you can tell what this stands for by the way, then teamed up with artists to create decorative pieces to complement your home. It was their next move that caught my attention. I first heard about them a couple of years ago when they started customizing watches, particularly when using a Casioak as the canvas, shaking things up by offering captivating and incredibly fun hand-painted designs on their dials, something nobody else was doing quite the same. So I was hooked. From rainbows and paint splatters to vampires and divers, these distinct designs have continued to evolve, and none more so than right now, because as of today, the new limited edition Octo is here. Let's dive in. Now, if you're familiar with the channel, you'll know that I like to take my watches out and about while I run through them, and this one joins me on a family trip to Legoland. This is strangely enough the second time I've been to Legoland this year whilst reviewing a watch. I say strangely as I like the place, but I'm not like a huge fanboy. However, these are the perks of having a young family, so off we go. As you may have noticed already, the base for this model is the GM-2100, otherwise known as the half metal Casioak, and more specifically the stealth version released earlier this year. Featuring a black, or very dark grey at least, ion plated stainless steel bezel with a smooth brushed finish. However, thanks to IFL, now accentuated with an almost Tiffany, or perhaps we should say aqua blue in this case, highlighting each button's function along with a brand name at 12. Flipping this watch around, you've got yourself a stainless steel case back, showing the model and module name along with boasting its incredibly impressive 200-meter water resistance. Now then, ladies and gents, the main event, this crazy awesome dial. Now, the name Octo not only pays homage to the octagonal design of the Casioak, but also a nod to the octopus taking centre stage among its oceanic scenery. How awesome is that? To achieve such a look, each watch is carefully deconstructed and the dial masterfully hand painted by one of the professional artists to make each watch truly piece unique. And as you can see, multiple techniques are applied when meticulously crafting these dials. The colours are also UV resistant to provide longevity and feature a pearlized finish that gives a real nice shimmering effect. I can't even begin to imagine the level of skill required to execute this. I got as far as taking art at GCSE level, the equivalent of like senior years in high school, thinking I was quite good but was very soon to be humbled. However, it does make me feel like I'm able to appreciate this even more, especially when in its natural habitat. The customization of this dial extends out seamlessly to its hour markers and chapter ring, as both continue the theme and colorways of this underwater adventure. Speaking of seamless, casting our eyes to between the 3 and 6 o'clock positions, we see the watch's negative LCD display nestled among the coral, which will provide a graphical representation of the time and date, as well as the watch's plethora of functions, which we'll get onto shortly. While the 9 o'clock position sees the watch's day dial, that also provides another level to its multi-dimensional aesthetic. Spoiler alert, didn't see an octopus, but there were sharks. The analog time is presented by hour and minute hands that have lume applied to present a nice glow in low lighting. The indices on these models do not, however we have a double LED backlight that not only lights up the LCD display but also the dial as a whole, so no issues with legibility on this one. In terms of dimensions, the half metal Casioak is in fact one of the slimmest G-Shocks in the catalogue, with a length of 49.3mm, a width of 44.4 and a depth of 11.8, weighing approximately 72 grams. I absolutely love the GM-2100. You'll know this from how excited I got when it was first released. Not only is it incredibly good looking, but the comfort levels are a joke. In a good way. This case effortlessly transitions into its resin band that wraps around the wrist perfectly, making it the complete daily companion for wherever you decide to go. And it's not just looks, this timepiece boasts a whole heap of functionality too, with the likes of a stopwatch, countdown timer, 5 daily alarms, world time, a full auto calendar, and that previously mentioned double LED backlight that you can also change the duration of from 1.5 to 3 seconds, and I always recommend going for the latter. Now, as mentioned, this timepiece launches today and is limited to just 150 pieces worldwide, with a retail price of €1,190, which is around £1,000 or just under $1,300. And initially you might think this is rather steep for a G-Shock, which is fair. However, as you delve into the watch's intricate craftsmanship, you soon come to realise the true value embodied in this one-of-a-kind timepiece. Plus the fact this is in a similar range to the MTG family of G-Shocks, yet offers a whole lot more when it comes to distinctive design. I mean, wow. Talk about conversation starter. The GM-2100 is one of my favourite models in the world, in the whole wide world, so a piece unique version makes it all that more special. Loving this inspiration as well. Octopuses are pretty ledge animals, aren't they? And having one as the main event of this theme means we bring in a whole lot of vibrant and popping ocean colours to an otherwise stealth timepiece. These designs are obviously quite niche, but how cool are they? It's just awesome to see something so different. IFL are killing it and they continue to drop banger after banger. I might be biased as this is my first one from them, but think this is the best one yet. I can't wait to see what's coming next, but in the meantime and forevermore, I'm looking forward to wearing this one a whole lot. For me, this transcends being just a watch. It almost transforms into a genuine work of art on your wrist. Simply awesome. If you're interested in picking one up yourself, as mentioned, these launched today and there aren't too many, so head over to IFL using the link in my description below to pick one up before they go. Thanks again to IFL and thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, let me know what you think in the comments and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.